Why did I leave Monster Inc. and free-to-play server? This is gonna get interesting. So Monster Inc. was a great guild. It was my kid's dream. It's weird to say it that way, but it was my dream as a kid always to be in Mink, especially when it started in Toxic, which was the guild in Isa. I was like, that's where all the big boys are. If I get there, I'm pretty much badass as well, like them. And back then I was like 12, 13 years old, so what the heck do I know? And then I finally got into Mink when I was a bit older and stuff got more serious for me. Like after leading Dubstep Dragons for a long time, and I was starting to cash more in the game, I felt like my guild was holding me back from using my cash up potential, because I was having good cash up and I was playing alright, but the people I was playing with in Dominions, no offense, were bad because they had low runes. Pattern 4 was questionable. Some had it, some didn't. It were like people that were playing for the lols, like whatever, right? Cash up or not, we're just playing the game to play the game. And then there was this dude called Vest, and we kind of were getting more serious into it, and we were cashing more. So then there was this night when we started to talk with Penance on Discord or TeamSpeak, asking him about a merge with DD, Dubstep Dragons, to Mink. But it came down to the point where only Vest and I could go because of the cash up it's still required to have as a minimum. So that's where I decided to put Dubstep Dragons to a halt, and I decided to move on to Mink, which was a great time. I learned more. I finally did hard mode raids, which was something I didn't often do because, once again, free-to-play is scaled to cash up players. If you don't cash up, you're not gonna do hard stuff a lot, because the game wants players to be like, alright, this is not gonna work unless I probably get more runes. That's gonna be easier, so it's gonna make people cash more. That's their business model. That's all stuff I didn't understand back then. Like, once I play on pay-to-play and you play for a long time, you have a lot of time to think about how everything is set up, and it all makes sense now on that everything is basically set up for free-to-play. Anyway, getting to the point of why your question is, I left Mink because there was a collected edition once where I finally got, like, I was more serious into it, so I was reading what it gave, and there was subscription time, and I was like, what the heck is subscription time? And only then I found out there is a subscription server. Only then. Meanwhile, that server is already existing since a few years, I believe, because it was since 6.0 or 7.0 that they launched it, and I had no clue about it because I wasn't playing serious back then when they launched it, so I never followed the news or anything. Anyway, I jumped into that server because I wanted to check out that subscription server time I had, and I fell in love with everything that in this server is going on. Population wise was completely not a problem for me because I was more attracted to the way of how the server works, where mounts just drop, where replicators just drop, where everything that I used to spend so much money on in free to play literally just dropped by playing the game in Smuggler's Paradise. And that was easily the switch for me. And I remember at the time we were making a raid in Mink to go Observatory hard mode, and I literally just went in there and I said, I'm not gonna join, I'm gonna go play subscription. And no one understood me back then. No one understood why the fuck I would switch to a dead server. No one would understand me until they tried themselves. So fast forward, I quit free to play because I didn't see a point. Why would I cash hundreds of euros each month? Because premium was basically a subscription in a free to play model. And yeah, I quit. I tried to bring Dubstep Dragon friends with me because those guys were like no cash up, man. These guys are wasting their time. And I was like, you guys gotta come to this server. This is where you will enjoy playing the game, because you're just being dummies for the big boys in free to play. People that cash are the bosses there. You can't do anything big against them. Anyway, most of them didn't make it. Yeah, population has always scared people off apparently. I don't know why. I'm far from a solo player myself. I'm always a group player. I play with other people, but low population is not something that scares me. So I easily made the jump and play here for a long time now. So that is basically why I quit free to play and Mink. It kind of was tied together. It was simply getting to know what subscription was about and how it works, and realizing that free to play has no future, because no one's gonna start free to play knowing how pay to win it is. There's no one motivated to play a game that way. I know it. That's how I myself am. If I know that the game is pay to win, there's no purpose in playing it, and you don't play it at all. So new players are not gonna join there, and all players are only gonna quit. So you have basically a leaking water bottle, where water will never go in again and only go out, albeit slowly. It's gonna run out of water sometime, and it's pretty much happening right now for free to play. Meanwhile, we look at pay to play. There's a lot of incentive and reason why people can play here, and they should play here instead of free to play. Oh shit, this guy took it. And the biggest problem for most people is still population, and not knowing most of the people are the solution to that problem, because they are population. Yeah.